One of the most powerful things you can do as a candidate is demonstrate that you're a great values and culture fit for an organization. But few candidates actually prepare to do this in their interview. In today's video, I'm going to teach you 4 easy ways to show that you're a great values and culture fit for Universal Studios. Let's go. Now we're going to cover 2 things in this video. First, we're going to talk about what their values are at Universal Studios, and then what you can do in your interview to showcase the fact that you are in value alignment for them and you would be a great cultural add. Now the first step here is we're going to talk about what their actual values are. So I'm going to put them on the screen right here. So you can see we put safety first, we are team players, we do the right thing, we are innovators, we drive results, we value community, and we have fun. So these are the things that Universal Studios values. There's what they've designated as their cultural values. And as a candidate, it makes sense for you to know these and understand these. Now, if you want to understand these more thoroughly, one of the things you can do after this video is you can just go to Google and you can type in Universal Studios cultural values, and it'll come up, and you can go to their website and you can actually hover over each one of these boxes that they have in their website, and they'll talk a little bit more about what that means to them. Now, let's talk about 4 ways in your interview that you can demonstrate you are a great value alignment cultural fit. Now, let's talk about the first way that you're going to show them that you're a great cultural fit. They're actually going to ask you a question at some point in your interview. Why are you interested in working here? It's one of the most popular, common, important interview questions that you're going to have to answer in any interview. But when they specifically ask this question, you're going to want to use the 50-50 rule. The 50-50 rule is a rule that you want to use whenever someone asks you the question, why do you want to work here? And it just states the first 50% of your answer needs to be about the organization. Why is this organization compelling to you? And the second 50%, well, that needs to be about the role. Why is the role specifically a good fit for you? Now, that first 50% about the organization, you're going to use the cultural alignment answer, meaning the first part of your answer, you're going to talk about the organization being specifically interesting to you because of their cultural values being in alignment with yours. This is a great way for you to demonstrate cultural alignment value fit. So for you, you can pick whatever one of these values resonates most with you. So, as you read through them, become more familiar, pick the one that resonates most, and then you're going to incorporate this into your answer. So what this might look like is they'll say to you, hey, Ben, why do you want to work at Universal Studios? And you'll say, well, there's a lot of reasons why I want to work for Universal Studios. It's a really exciting job, but one of the things that really stood out to me is while I was doing my research for this interview, I was reading through your company values. And one of the things that really stood out to me is we do the right thing. I think that's really important for me personally. That's one of my values, is doing the right thing. So to be aligned with an organization as big and as prominent as Universal, who still puts that on the forefront, that's incredibly compelling to me. Additionally, this role, I think, really hits on a lot of my strengths. I've got good customer service experience. I really enjoy interacting with customers. So I feel like it's a great fit for me, and that's why I'm interested in the position. That's a way you might want to go and answer this. Now, the second way that you can demonstrate value alignment is when they ask you the question, what do you know about the company? This is a very common question that people ask. What do you know about Universal Studios? What do you know about the role? What do you know about our organization? When they ask this, this is a great opportunity to weave in part of their values into your answer. So first, start with giving them a high level what you know about the organization. You can talk about the different business units real quick. You can talk about the parks, what they mean to you, but then you might also want to add in, and one of the things that I've also come to learn as I've been preparing for this interview is I've learned a lot about your values. And that was really exciting to me because I felt like there's a lot of overlap there. Some of the things that are really important to your organization are really important to me, and I really appreciated finding that out. That's another way that you can demonstrate value alignment, is just by weaving it into the answer for a question that they're going to ask you. Now, the next thing that you can do to demonstrate value alignment is when they get to the end of the interview and they're asking you, do you have any questions? One of the things you can ask them is, I'd love to know, what do you love about working for Universal Studios? You'll ask this question and they'll probably give you an answer. But one of the things that's very common when you ask an employee a question like that is they're going to revert back to their values. They'll talk about, it's a fun job, it's exciting, and one of the things I love about this company is, one of our values is we have fun. And I really like that because I think it's great to have fun in a professional environment. At this point, what you can do is provide affirmation to the thing that they specifically enjoy. Now, this does a few things. This allows you to connect with them, but it also demonstrates value alignment. So you could answer that and be like, you know what, that's really great to hear. When I was reading your website and preparing, I saw that one of your values is we have fun. And I was like, that is so cool, because I'm a person who really enjoys doing a good job, but also having a good time when you do that. So it's really great to hear that that stands out to you, because that's something that I would be looking for as an employee. What you're doing there is, you're building a connection between them, you're providing them with affirmation, and you're also demonstrating value alignment. That is a great way to showcase that and give yourself an advantage as a candidate. Now, the last way that I'm going to give you, and this is really powerful, is you're going to use a technique called an alignment statement question. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to make a statement of alignment in the beginning of your question. So again, this is the time at the end of the interview, they're asking you, Ben, do you have any questions? And you're basically going to state in the beginning of your question that you're a good fit. So for example, you're going to ask a question like this. So they'll say, Ben, do you have any questions? They'll say, yeah, I do have a question. So one of the things that's really important to me is working in a team. I've been an athlete my entire life. So when I was doing research on your organization and I saw that one of your core values was we are team players, that was really inspiring to me. Can you give me an example of a time where you've seen that value demonstrated as an employee during your day-to-day at work? Something like that. Feel free to make it your own, but basically what you're saying is, this is important to me. It's a value of yours. Can you give me an example of a time where you've seen that demonstrated here at Universal Studios? And this gives them an opportunity to, one, they should hear it. That is one of our values, and it is important to Ben. And then you're asking them a question where they can, share with you an example. Oh, okay, well, there was this time we were getting ready for one of our events, and we all had to work together. And then after that, when they're done giving you that example, you provide, again, affirmation. That is awesome. That is really great to hear. That to me does sound like teamwork, and it's the type of environment I think I would personally thrive in, and it's what I'd be looking for as an employee. Doing that is going to be really powerful. It's going to really give you an edge as a candidate. It's also going to allow you to build a connection with the interviewer, which is always a good idea. Now, this video is over, but one of the things that I think is really important is making an amazing first impression and a closing impression. I have a video that I want you to watch next. It's how to get hired in 6 minutes. And it basically talks about the 6 most important minutes of any interview you will go through. So I'm done here, but I'll see you over there.